What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. I know everything looks different. The background looks different. Some of you might actually recognize this background from a couple of years ago. And if you can tell me where I am, I'd love to hear it because this is a studio that I've used previously in videos a couple of years ago. So it is pretty cool, but I'll give you guys that hint that this is not a new place, but it is one that we have used many years ago. Let's see who is a true Crypto TV fan here. But moving forward, and also where I am is giving me crazy allergies, unlike when I was in Florida. So that's new. So excuse the sniffles if I have that here. But lots of very interesting and peculiar things to talk about in today's video here. I apologize for the video coming out late. Tomorrow it will be at normal time. I'm just settling in for the next couple of days. I'll be back next week. So just a few days here. I have some family matters to deal with. But moving forward, what we're looking at right now is very peculiar here. Looking at things like the XRP charts here, you can see the past couple of days where we left off in yesterday's video and the videos prior here was basically tracking the potential break to the downside here. As you guys know, we do have a position opened on XRP to short it to the downside. Yeah, that's right. Correct. A short position that we've opened with the thought that XRP is going to be pulling lower in the next coming days, starting with about 2 or 3 days ago here. But you can see we've also referenced this and shown this on our channel here in previous videos, where you can clearly see over the past couple of days referencing the breakout that we were starting to see. You can see 3 days ago the breakdown out of the symmetrical triangle, and then we have the sideways channel on XRP specifically, which is also breaking down. And once we confirm closure below the sideways channel, that was an opportunity to buy in and short it to the downside here, which I'll show you guys in a second. But you can clearly see it here, the sideways channel that was on XRP for a very long time here, constantly filling in the gap, trending sideways, very little movement, very little volume. Finally, it was broken when we confirmed it, and we discussed in specific either the price ceiling or the price floor needs to be broken. If we close above or below, that will either enter a buy in long position or a buy in for a short position here. And as you guys can see, we decided to do it to the downside. So the second we confirmed closure at 42 cents, 0.428, that's when we bought in for a short. And then since then, we've kind of just been teeter-tottering here. But as you can see, as of today, we're starting to dip lower too. Now, obviously, we've seen this in the past. Actually, in the past 3 days, we've seen us reverse below this price floor here. And that's really what we have to talk about and discuss in today's video. Will we be able to continue to hang out above this, or are we going to actually continue the drop to the downside here? So that's what we have to look at. Are we actually going to be dipping lower here, or will we be getting stopped out? Not only XRP, but we'll also be looking at Ethereum, which is clearly proving otherwise. Major correction dipping below its price floor here. And the same thing goes with Bitcoin, which is trying to break through that price floor as well. We'll also be wrapping things up and looking at the S&P 500, which is forming some sort of kind of symmetrical triangle. Now almost like meaningless here, as we said, not to really base judgment on this here, but we are in some sort of downtrend nonetheless, and we are starting to dip lower, which is also quite peculiar. So there's a chance we could continue to head to the downside there. But with all that being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's dive into today's episode. So guys, as you can see, top 10 cryptocurrencies, we don't look too bad here. Down 3%. The continuation, I know it's sad, and I know a lot of people are like, well, why do you want the market down? Well, we do have a short opened on XRP. So the lower we see XRP and these cryptocurrencies drop, the better it is for our, position here. Now, I also find it so funny to see Pepe coin here, something that a lot of people, it's another pump and dump, like simply put. And whether it was intentionally designed as a pump and dump or not, once the market gets a hold of it, that's typically what happens. Whether the founders sell out or not is totally different here. But the unfortunate part is once media gets hold of it, once people dive in, they all want to get that bag before it dumps. And you can see we have the explosion to the upside, and just as quickly as we went up, we immediately correct all the way to the downside here. That's typically what happens. Good chance we're going to continue this drop to the downside here. But looking at these other cryptos here, overall, the past week, we're down 6% on Bitcoin, 5% on Ethereum here, 4.8% on BNB, 8% drop on XRP, 9.5% on Cardano and Doge, even 15% on Polygon. So the markets are dipping. You can see it here. It's very clear. It's very obvious that we are dropping in prices here, and we are sliding lower here, which is good news in the sense that we kind of anticipated and expected the markets to drop. What I mean by that, and as I've said before, we do have trades open on XRP for a short opportunity. As you guys know, we've been sitting patiently waiting for a conservative buy-in opportunity. Ever since it was about the 20th of April here, we've been consolidating and consolidating and consolidating, retesting the top resistance and the price floor, creating a very nice sideways channel here. And we've clearly shown that the price does not want to break through this and the price does not want to break through that. So we discussed if we do break through it on the daily, we can buy in with expectations of a long. And if we do break through it here, we can buy in with the expectations of a short. At the same time this is all happening here, we had the beautiful daily moving averages intertwining at the same time with the 4-hour moving averages right here. And you can see this constriction here allowed the price to filter in, funnel in, get very constricted, and then a decision had to be made, which broke us to the downside here. Now, what's interesting is we're nearing oversold, which is a sign of potential recovery, but we're also seeing a sign of a bearish cross, which would lead to a drop here as we cross over the moving average. The green crosses over the red. It's a sign of correction to the downside. Now, what's even more interesting that we have to talk about here is jumping to the weekly chart. You can see the reason we're dipping lower is because we rejected clear as day off the weekly moving average on XRP. We retested it, tried to break through it. We had a lot of play inside. It didn't work. And what happened? We dumped, we corrected, and we are continuing to drop. Now, I don't know how much lower we're going to go. We have either hit a bottom at 42 cents right here. This is going to be the low. Or 39 cents, 40 cents will be the low. We don't know just yet, but it's very similar, and history is very similar and repeating itself to what happened many, many, many months ago back in 2020, June, July of 2020, where we had a bear market on most of 2018 and 2019 here into 2020, where the prices kept dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping. There was a beautiful purple downtrend here where prices would not break through. Finally, we break through it here and we swing to the upside. What do? First thing we do, retest moving average, but we reject off of it and consolidate. So you can see same thing happened here. We finally break through a downtrend that's been on the market for since 2021 into 2023. Finally break through it. First thing that we do when we break through the purple downtrend, we swing up to moving average, we retest it. So here we are doing the same exact thing. Same exact thing. We're more than likely going to see consolidation as we saw here. Then we'll enter this period here, and this whole thing is uncertainty period, and then we'll enter the bull market into 2024, which is I'm excited for. But we will be coming back to retest the moving average. It might just take a couple more weeks here, as we've seen in the past year. And I can even go as far as, taking, the previous the bars pattern here, taking the previous breakout that we had and just transferring this onto here, and you can see it's very, very, very similar. Now, I'm going to just tweak it ever so slightly to fit the markets that we're seeing now. But you can see it's very similar. This is what we're kind of expecting here. A lot of the same thing is going to happen. This is exactly what I'm expecting the markets to do. We swung up. We're retesting the moving average. Now I'm expecting a dump, which even the charts show is closer to 39.40 cents, exactly where we thought. And then we'll see these big flares, which is why I think we'll hit 90, 95, cents to $1 here. Then we'll consolidate out. If history repeats itself, which I believe we're going to do, it'll look something along the lines of this. And even crazier here, the upside that we could have on the next bull run would be huge. If we continued this pattern all the way out, let's say all the way out here, and we drag this over here, and we move this up like this, you can clearly tell how big we could go during this beautiful run here. And we could easily see retests as high as $3 once we do decide to see liftoff eventually within XRP's weekly charts here. But enough talk about XRP. That's pretty much the update for you on the short-term and long-term technical analysis here, that we're most likely going to either be hitting the bottom where we are, or most likely, I think, falling, and hopefully we do fall because I do have a short opened on this, to support at about 40 cents, consolidate on that, and then go from there. But moving forward from XRP, I just really quickly want to tell you guys that we do all these trades on BidFi, which is the #1 cryptocurrency leveraging exchange that I like to use here on the channel. BidFi lets me buy long, sell short, leverage trade, create stop loss, take profits, everything you could possibly think of is offered on the service BidFi, which is super cool and super unique because not many exchanges offer the skill sets and the tool sets that BidFi offers us, including trading XRP. Not many exchanges that I know of offer XRP trading still. So the fact that BidFi still offers this is incredible, and this is what we've been using. All the trades are and are currently trading on XRP. So using BidFi, trading XRP on BidFi is what we've been doing recently and currently have right here. And you can see you could buy long, sell short, leverage trade, so on and so forth, margin. And then on top of that, they have more. And I apologize, these allergies are absolutely killing me. I need to go get meds after this. They even have a demo account which offers $100,000 in Monopoly money to test your skills, completely risk-free. So not only can you sign up, you actually lose money by not checking out BidFi here, and I'll tell you why. Not only can you sign up completely free with the link down in the description, you can trade risk-free using the demo account, Monopoly Money 100K here, risk-free. But on top of that, they're even offering sign-up bonuses, which is linked down in the description, where you can earn up to $2,888 in rewards for completing these tasks. It's that simple. So you're missing out on potential free cryptocurrency by not completing that stuff here. So moving forward from that, looking at Ethereum and Bitcoin, and then wrapping up today's video here, you can see Ethereum is continuing to dip lower here. This is something that we could short possibly today, but really what it comes down to is closing below our price floor here. And why I say that is because it's been 1, 2, 3 days where we have folded below this price floor, but by the end of the day, we close back above it here. Very possible we could see the same thing happen today within Ethereum here. All likely, though, probably not. I think we're definitely due to be retesting about 1760. It's a very small wave of movement here, but ever since the bull trap here, we've been on a steady decline to the downside here. I don't think we're going to go as low as retesting 1640. It's possible here, but I think a nice subtle retest of the moving average, and then we'll start to reverse rally back up. That's truly where I think Ethereum will go to. And the same thing applies itself with Bitcoin here. We're still holding very nicely above this price floor, but we'll see how long it lasts. It's very possible we could dip lower to retest moving average, but that's it. Then we'll start to head back up. Ideally, though, we are on an upward trajectory, which is exciting here. Just let it play out. As for the S&P 500, things are a little wonky with the way they've been trading. You can see here, still kind of intertwined in this, and I think we are going to reject off of it, but I'm not sure how much lower we're going to be moving to. We are trending at the top, which isn't too bad, and you can see kind of the higher low positioning that it's making here, but we'll see if we dip lower, retest moving averages and head higher, or we just still consolidate here. I'm not entirely sure yet. I wish I had the answers, but I don't. We could very easily also move this, shift this lower here and say, okay, maybe this is the price floor that we're dealing with here. And until we break through this price floor, there's definitely no chance we're going to go lower. But until then, we seem to be kind of trending on this, and then hopefully we can head up higher. But I'm not entirely sure. But that is the wrap up for today's video. So yet again, I apologize. I am not home and everything's different than the usual setup. That will come back next week, early next week. So I apologize for that again. And I also apologize for these dreaded allergies making me sound extremely nasally. But let me know in the comments if you know where I am, what this old setup used to be. I'd love to hear it. But with that being said, smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.